I spent a long time thinking about whether I should buy the Barad-dûr set. At first, I didn't find it all that exciting. It just didn't really grab me, but eventually I gave in. On the LEGO website, this set costs $460. Yeah, $460. That's pretty insane. Now compare that to the knockoff version from Aliexpress, which I got for around $116. That's basically a third of the original price. Huge difference. And honestly, if you're not ordering from Hungary, you could probably get it even cheaper. So the real question is, what do you actually get for that price? And is it worth it? The set arrived in a pretty large box, around 6 kilograms, and it got here in just 8 days, which is surprisingly fast. The box had a small dent, but thankfully everything inside was perfectly fine. Inside, everything was tightly packed and divided into multiple sections, which made sorting and building much faster. It's always a big plus. The instruction manual is acceptable, but if you can, I definitely recommend using the original LEGO instructions. They're much clearer and easier to follow. Still, this one gets the job done. The minifigures came in a separate bag. One of the bags was torn, but only 2 small pieces fell out, so no major issue there. Right at the first step, I ran into a problem. Frodo's hair was missing, or at least I thought it was. Later, I realized they actually gave me the wrong hair piece, so now Frodo has red hair. Yeah, great. Same thing happened with Sam. Awesome start. The stickers, surprisingly, were completely fine. All the larger pieces came in a separate bag, so after a bit of sorting, I could finally start building. The brick quality is decent, but let's be honest, it's nowhere near real LEGO quality. Most pieces fit together reasonably well, but the red parts are noticeably tighter. You really have to force them sometimes. Still, I was able to make good progress. The numbering on the bags was clear, so the build flowed pretty smoothly. The moving parts actually work. The gate opens and closes nicely, which is a great touch. Some elements are rotated 90 degrees incorrectly. That's problem number 2. At one point, a piece was missing entirely. I managed to replace it using 3 other parts. That's problem number 3. Luckily, it wasn't a complicated piece, so it was an easy fix. Then the tower's outer shell didn't properly connect to the base. I had the exact same issue with the Hogwarts Castle knockoff. This time it's less noticeable, and thankfully it's mostly hidden. Still problem number 4. Toward the final stage of the build, there were these yellowish brown pieces that were extremely difficult to fit into place. Because of that, part of the tower sits at a slight angle. If you don't know about it, you probably won't notice. But I saw it every single time I looked at the tower. The Eye of Sauron is supposed to have a red LED light, but of course, I got a white one. The red cover was included separately, so I had to swap it myself. It wasn't super difficult, but it definitely took some effort. In the end, though, it works, and I'm happy with it. The Frodo and Sam figures really bothered me, so I ordered replacements. Both together cost about $5, which is honestly not bad at all. And they look way better. Overall, I actually enjoyed building this set. It was a bit repetitive at times, but the final result looks great. I'm glad I ended up buying it. Yes, there were some issues, but nothing so serious that it made the build impossible. You can move it around, it won't fall apart as long as you handle it normally. For me, it was definitely worth the $116.